Hi, Doug Goldstein here with Profile Investments. One of the common questions that people want to know is, how much income do I make from my investments? Now, just to clarify, there are three ways that you can make money on your portfolio. The first one, and the one that most people are normally thinking about, is capital gains or profits. That means I buy something and it goes up in value, and then I sell it and hopefully I've made some money. That's a capital gain. The second way people make money is dividends. So dividends normally come from stocks or mutual funds. This is the money that you may get paid on a monthly or quarterly basis because you're an owner of one of these funds. And the third way that people make money in a brokerage account is through interest payments. Interest payments normally come from bonds or CDs like bank deposits, certificates of deposit. So the number that I want to look at today on the statement is the income. And when we talk about income, we're only referring to dividends or interest. We're not talking about capital gains. And one of the reasons is because today we're going to talk about how much money you can expect to make from your investments. And you really can't actually expect to make money from capital gains because no one knows how the market's going to do. But interest and dividends are rather predictable. The number one place I always like to find information about a portfolio is on a monthly statement. So let's take a look at a sample client monthly statement to see where you can see how much money you can expect to make from income from your portfolio. So again, income is referring to dividends and interest. Right away on the first page, normally, you get a big summary of what's going on in the portfolio. So you can see here where the red arrow is pointing, it talks about dividends and interest and other income. And on the right column in the big circle, it says that this client's made over $41,000, in fact, almost $42,000 per year. Year to date is the amount of income the client's already received. Now, that's in the red. In the green arrow is pointing to the estimated annual income. It's reasonable to estimate how much money in dividends and interest someone's going to earn because normally it doesn't change too much. And you can know that if a brokerage firm is willing to print that on their statement, it means that they're fairly confident that those numbers are probably pretty close to what's accurately going to happen. And again, they're not going to publish estimated annual growth because no one knows. And the blue arrow is pointing to accrued interest. Accrued interest means if you own a position that is going to pay you an interest payment but hasn't paid you yet, it owes you that money. That money has accrued to you. So an example would be, let's say you owned a $100,000 CD that paid you $5,000 per year interest, 5%. Let's say it only pays that interest at the end of the year, and we're halfway through the year. So $2,500 has already accrued to you. You haven't been paid that money because it's only going to pay you at the end of the year, but they owe you the money. And in fact, if you were to sell that CD halfway through the year, the buyer would buy the CD from you at whatever the market price is, but he would also pay you the full $2,500 for the half year of interest that's accrued to that CD. So that's what they're showing you on the first page. It's very useful just to look at the summary here. But if you want to dive down further, you can see for this client, I spoke about CDs. This client has a lot of money in CDs. The fact is a lot of our clients tend to be a little bit older. They tend to be a little bit more conservative. They're looking for safe income they can get from FDIC insured CDs. They know that if they buy a CD and they hold it to maturity, they're guaranteed by the FDIC to get out 100% of their principal and 100% of their interest. So they like these types of investments. And that's what you're looking at here. The green arrow is pointing to the estimated yield, what each position is supposed to pay approximately per year. The first one I just circled to show you is a little over 5.3%. And for that CD, that comes out to be over $13,000 per year. Now, if you go down the whole page and you total it up, you'll see that just from CDs, this client is scheduled to make almost $104,000 a year in interest payments from his CDs. Now, if you want to see altogether how much money he's going to make, from all sources, from the CDs and other positions in the account, the client is actually estimated to make over $106,000. Now, if you go back to the first page, we'll do that for you now, you'll see that $106,185, where the green arrow is pointing, that is the estimated annual income when you total up every piece of the portfolio. So that's how you can see how much income you can expect to get from your portfolio. Now, this is an important number for a lot of people because they may be using that income to supplement their pensions, or maybe they may be supplementing their salaries, or for a lot of people that like to be very careful about the charity they give, often giving between 10 and 20% of what they earn to charity. They say, my interest income is earnings, and I want to give between 10 and 20% of that to charity. So they want to know this number. It's very, very important for your planning. If you have any questions about this, or you are living outside the United States and have a U.S. brokerage or IRA account and you need a little help, please feel free to be in touch with us. We work with people who generally are on the more conservative side. They're looking for long-term portfolios. They're looking to keep their accounts in the United States. They may already have accounts in the United States, and they'd like a little help with that. I'd like to open the conversation with you at any time if you have any questions. Once again, my name is Doug Goldstein with Profile Investment Services. Hope to speak to you soon.